Ladies and gentlemen, the IPT 8-ball champion of the world, Efren Reyes. $500,000 and the trophy. Thank you, Efren.
Reyes trying to get this match close at 2-1.
Oh, he missed it.
Didn't he, though?
Uncharacteristic mistakes
He
are
has
happening
made two of
early
them now.
in this match.
And he...
Kim Francisco for the final 9. A resounding victory. The Filipinos here raise their arms and everybody salutes.
As one of the great pro pool players from the United States, Rodney the Rocket Morris has many matches against other great pro pool players that are very interesting and entertaining to watch. Among all of his matches, there were 3 matches that were identical. The identical parts in those 3 matches were the opponent, who was none other than the legendary Efren Bata Reyes, and the rounds those 3 matches took place, which were the final rounds. Through those 3 matches, any pool fans will immediately notice that Morris and Reyes are arch rivals, so that Reyes' arch rivals are not only Earl the Pearl Strickland and Francisco Django Bustamante, but also Morris. So here are the 3 matches where Rodney Morris and Efren Reyes had great showdowns.
Best opportunity. He's kind of slightly elevating, so he's going to bounce over the 4-ball with left-hand English, Jay. You see the action on the cue ball?
Talk about master of creativity. Did you see that shot? That's a shot.
Number 3. 1996 U.S. Open 9-ball championship.
The cue ball at might be just a little bit obscured for him, but so far it hasn't bothered Rodney Morris. But we have technicians working on it, and Morris has taken a 2-0 lead.
Just like Efren Bata Reyes, who got his first major title from the U.S. Open 9-ball championship in 1994, Rodney the Rocket Morris also got his first major title from the U.S. Open 9-ball championship in 1996. So the gap between their first and only wins in the U.S. Open 9-ball championship is only 2 years. However, Reyes was still on fire in the annual tournament after his win in 1994. It's proven by how he became the runner-up in the 1995, 96, and 1997 U.S. Open 9-ball championships. So unfortunately, his efforts in winning the tournament again in those 3 years were always spoiled by the champions of the U.S. Open 9-ball championship in those 3 years. Reed Pierce in 1995, Earl the Pearl Strickland in 97, and also Morris in 1996.
Reyes trying to get this match close at 2-1.
Oh, he missed it.
Didn't he, though?
Uncharacteristic mistakes
He
are
has
happening
made 2 of them
early
now.
in this match.
And he...
So the grand final match of the 1996 U.S. Open 9-ball championship between Morris vs. Reyes was their first great showdown over the championship title of the tournament, which was one of the most sought-after titles in all 9-ball tournaments, as well as the $25,000 US reward, which was a very large amount of money at the time. The match was very one-sided from the start because Morris won 5 straight racks in the beginning, allowing him to lead the match entirely until he totally won it with a score of 11-6. However, Reyes winning 6 racks in the match was still commendable, although it was already too late for him due to Morris's 5 straight wins in the beginning.
Hey, crowd is going to go crazy.
Number 2. 2006 World Cup of Pool.
Whether it right, whether it wrong, or indifferent, like you said, that's just
None of the Filipinos
makeup.
here make a great shot.
Well, he walks a tight wire, doesn't he?
After Rodney the Rocket Morris's great victory against Efren Bata Reyes in the 1996 U.S. Open 9-ball championship, it seemed that Reyes had been looking to get his revenge on Morris, but he never found a suitable one until they met again in the grand final round of the 2006 World Cup of Pool, so that it took 10 years for them to meet again in a grand final match of a tournament. However, since it was the World Cup of Pool, of course, the match was not only between these two players, but also along with their respective partners, Francisco Django Bustamante with Reyes and Earl the Pearl Strickland with Morris. The ones that were at stake in that match were the prestigious first champion title of the event, the $60,000 reward that would be split in two between the pair of winners, and Morris's reputation as the only pool player to ever beat Reyes in a final match of a tournament without getting retaliated by Reyes after that.
With a 9-ball.
And a little short of pace. I think Francisco's going to have to bank this.
Oh.
I'm doing anything else.
Players really like to cut balls. They really rarely bank them, but if they have to cut them, they can do that.
They sure can. And on the hill.
Unfortunately, the final match, as well as the inaugural tournament of the World Cup of Pool, belonged to Reyes and Bustamante, who represented Team Philippines because they won it with a score of 13-5. However, unlike the final match of the '96 U.S. Open 9-ball championship that was obviously one-sided from the beginning, the final match of the 2006 World Cup of Pool was relatively even, with both teams taking turns in winning racks until the score was tied at 4-4. Yet the difference in their skills then showed up after that because Team Philippines was able to win 7 straight racks. The match then ended with the Team Philippines win. With that, Reyes finally paid back for his defeat in the 1996 U.S. Open 9-ball championship, although in that match, he did that with the help of Bustamante as his partner.
Kim Francisco for the final 9, a resounding victory. The Filipinos here raise their arms and everybody salutes.
Number 1. 2006 IPT World Open 8-ball championship.
Go over the rules one more time. The game is 8-ball. The match is a race to 8 wins. We're playing all ball fouls resulting in cue ball in hand anywhere on the table.
If Efren Bata Reyes win against Rodney the Rocket Morris in the final match of the 2006 World Cup of Pool was not very satisfying due to the nature of the tournament that was played by pairs of players representing their native countries, then Reyes' win in the final grand match of the 2006 IPT World Open 8-ball championship was much more satisfying. The final match of the 2006 World Cup of Pool was not the only occasion where Reyes and Morris met and fought against each other because their fates crossed again in the grand final match of the 2006 IPT World Open 8-ball championship.
Close or what?
Interestingly, the reward at stake in their match was much larger than the reward in their previous match. The reward was $500,000, which is the largest pool tournament winner's reward in the history of pool. So the one who lost in the match lost so much, and it was Morris who lost it. However, the match was quite intense and it was very memorable and famous to the point where it would obviously show up if we search about a match between Reyes versus Morris, thanks to the huge amount of reward at stake here.
The
Morris blunder.
Fortunately, the match was very intense, making it even more worthy to watch. It's proven by how it ended with a final score of 8-6 for Reyes. With that, Reyes won the $500,000 reward, while Morris had to be satisfied with the runner-up title as well as a reward worth only $150,000. In other words, Morris lost $350,000 because he lost the match. Furthermore, Reyes was finally able to pay back for his defeat in the 1996 U.S. Open 9-ball championship in full with that win.
It's a reality.
Yeah.
It's there! Efren Reyes, the World 8-ball Open champion.
Those are the 3 matches where Rodney, Morris, and Efren Reyes had great showdowns. If you have something to add, please feel free to write it down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IPT 8-ball champion of the world, Efren Reyes! $500,000 and the trophy.